Hello, hello. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're here. We're live. Oh my goodness, live on the YouTubes. How are you? Hello, hello. Oh, we're going to have some fun today. If you're here, shout out in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Let me know where you are listening in from. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for taking time to join me today. We're going to have an awesome show. And I noticed that today we had some notifications going off. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much for subscribing and getting notifications and liking and commenting and all that good stuff. So I'm going to just start because we have a great topic and I know you're going to love it. So let's rock and roll. Here we go. Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. You are listening to Positive Mindset for Entrepreneurs. I am so happy that you are on this channel. My name is Dana Wilde. I am your host. This is the channel where you discover how to grow your business quickly by leveraging the power of mindset, training your brain, feeling good, getting that positive emotional momentum going, and boom, so much easier to grow a business that way. If you want to leverage the power of mindset every day, remember, hit that subscribe button. You know, we have lots of ideas for where we're going with this channel. And the bigger it grows, the more you share, the more you subscribe. Oh my gosh, the more we are going to reveal. Stay tuned. Today, I want to discuss how to build your side hustle if you are working a full-time job. Now, remember, this applies to anybody who feels like they've got a full, busy life. I worked with somebody recently. They have 5 kids, and it's like, how do I find time to work my business? And so this is a real thing for people where you just feel like you don't have time or energy maybe to get that side hustle growing and building. We had somebody write in, and by the way, I would love to have your question on the show. So if you are interested in sending a question, send it to danawilde.com/askdana. That's what we did here. This listener sent in this question. I currently work 32 hours plus in a day job that I love. However, I want to expand my personal clients so that eventually I can cut back or quit the day job. What do you recommend? Okay. So terrific question because it applies to so many entrepreneurs. Almost, I guess not every single one, but I'll bet a very large percentage of entrepreneurs start with something else, start making money in some other field, and then want to figure out how do I transition out of that. And I understand where it's a challenge. You're putting in a lot of hours. You're figuring I get home and I'm tired and I don't feel like working my business. I don't have enough time to work my business. I mean, all these are real. And I want to make kind of a special note here about the way we, I guess, categorize or some kind of like hidden biases that we have in the entrepreneurial world. There's this kind of hidden bias that, oh, if you're a full-time entrepreneur, then you're really doing it. Then you're really successful. But if you're working some other job or making your money some other way, and you're just building your dream job or your business on the side, well, then you haven't really made it yet. And I just want to call a poppycock on all of that. No, 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 no. That's not how it works in the Train Your Brain Sandbox. Here's the deal. Whatever helps you to grow your dream and grow your business is a good thing. You feel good about the day job. Feel good about whatever you need to do to grow that business. You know, sometimes you have a day job, you leave and go full-time entrepreneur, and then you go, oh, I'm struggling. And then you get another day job and you have this feeling of like, oh, I took this part-time job or I took 2 part-time jobs and it means I'm failing in my business. Wrong. It means that you are doing anything it takes to be successful in your dream. And so pat yourself on the back for that. There is no hierarchy here. All of these kind of hidden biases are just pure A poppycock. All right. I think I'm going to bring that word back. If you like the word poppycock, could you please say I do in the comments? Because I think we should revise that one, reignite it, rise it from the ashes. Okay. So the first thing to realize when you have a day job is that you have a lot of benefits by having the day job. The biggest benefit, of course, is that full-time income that's coming in. Full-time entrepreneurs, we feel like, oh, yeah, we can't wait. We really want to be a full-time entrepreneur. But then you've also got the full-time job of making money to pay your bills, to keep your business afloat, to do all those things. When you have the day job, you have a certain amount of freedom and security to really take your time with the choices that you make and really choose things that feel good. You're not in any kind of stress or rush to make money, so you can really choose the things that feel good, choose the path that feels good for building your business. So count your blessings when it comes to the day job. And I know you probably already know that, and you're probably already doing that. Find the things that you love about it. Find the ways that it's using your natural gifts. Find the ways to appreciate the benefits that you're getting from it and the security and stability that it gives you, because it's a huge stability. All of that money worry can go by the wayside. That's a whole thing that you don't even have on the table. You can get rid of completely, and you can let your mind wander, and you can daydream and focus on building that day job. So that's a good thing, right? Next, as is indicated in this question that came in from this listener, most of the time when we're thinking about a day job, and again, this goes for anybody who feels like they don't have time. This isn't just day job. This could be if you have a lot of kids, if you have maybe a situation where you're caring for an elderly parent. There's all sorts of situations that cause us to not feel like we have time. And so I want to go on record as declaring that you only need time in your business if you're building a business that's based on action. But we don't do that here, do we? We know that the number one tool we have for building our businesses is mindset. It's our positive expectation. It's the story we're telling ourselves about the action. It's the story we're telling ourselves about the day job. That's what's building the business. So it's not what you're doing that's building your business. It's what you're thinking that's building your business. And guess what? You can think on your day job. So on your day job, you can be thinking the thoughts that are growing your business. So we worry about time. We worry about time because we're hearing all those false stories about action, 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 grind, grind, work 18 hours a day, all that stupid stuff that really doesn't have anything to do with building your business. The number one component to building your business, and might I add, building your business quickly, is mindset. It's the way you think about the things you do rather than the things you do. It's the way you think about the day job rather than the day job. It's the way you think about how your business is growing rather than the action you're taking in your business. So time is not an issue for brain trainers. You can build your business during your day job. Now, I know sometimes when you're at your day job, you actually have to focus and do a task that requires your full attention. And I get that. But there are a lot of pockets in your day where you are doing other things that don't require your full focus. You're taking bathroom breaks, you're going to lunch, you're maybe going on a walk around the parking lot or whatever where you work. Like you're doing other things. Or even sometimes when you're switching from one task to another, you've got that little lull where you're not doing anything. Or maybe you're doing something kind of semi-mindless, like filing or something that doesn't require your full attention. All of those different times, you can be telling the story about your business growing. And that's what's growing your business. So it sounds like, oh, here I am taking a break. I can be using my brain to be thinking about something positive about my business. I can be thinking that my business is growing. I love this idea of using my brain to create the mindset that creates the positive momentum, that creates the better brain, that generates the ideas. I love the idea of really just relaxing and thinking that there might be clients out there right now who are thinking about my business. And I could be attracting my ideal client right now, even while I'm at the day job. And I like the idea of my business growing because of positive expectation. And I can get into that feeling of positive expectation in my body, and it feels so good. I love the idea of growing my dream so easily. I love that I'm now a brain trainer and I realize that it's not through hard work or action. It's really through just relaxing and positive expectation. After you get good at feeling what positive expectation feels like in your body, after you get good at really understanding how to flip that switch and feel like, yeah, whew, yeah, okay, all is well. It's all going well. I remember now. I do expect my business to grow quickly, and I do expect it to go fast, and I do expect it to grow easily. I love that it's fun, light, and easy, right? After you kind of really get that feeling in your body, you can do that on a dime. It's just remembering it, and you get good at it. It's like muscle memory in your body for positive expectation. So take those little pockets during the day and use it for that. It's the single most important thing you can do to build your business. Everybody who's full-time entrepreneur should be taking little pockets in their day to be doing that. And I don't like to use the should word, by the way, but you get what I mean. All right. So in short, mindset matters most. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, let's talk about action for a minute. From the action standpoint of the business, for real, I am not kidding you. And this goes for every entrepreneur out there. The reality is, it is possible and probably even, I'm going to go so far as to say there's a lot of advantages to building your business in 30 minutes a day. When I used to be in a direct sales business way back in the day, that was the first business I built. My people who'd come on the team, they would say like, I'm going to work Monday and I'm going to leave my day job and I'm going to work from 5 until 10 at night. And then Tuesday, I'm going to get off early and I'm going to work from 4 until 9. And then Wednesday, I'm going to put in 4 hours. And they would go through this list of all these hours they were going to work. And I would always tell them, please don't, like, stop, don't do that. Because the reality is, if you would focus instead for 30 minutes a day, you're going to get so much more done. Here's the truth about most entrepreneurs, and myself included. I'm as guilty of this as anybody. We hit the refresh button on the email and go like, it's working. We go down a rabbit hole and research a bunch of stuff and go like, oh, we're working. The reality is, if we each take 30 minutes to focus on money-making activities, we're gonna build our businesses quickly, a lot quicker. And I've had this experience, and maybe you have too, where you go to a conference, you're at some kind of conference, you're in a hotel, and you get a 5-minute break from the workshops you're attending, and you go in, you check your email, you do the things you have to do, and then you're done in 10 minutes, and you're like, oh, that was my whole business. I just ran my whole business today in 10 minutes. It doesn't really take that much. Here's the benefit. And by the way, when I say 30 minutes a day, maybe some of you say, look, I'd rather just do 4 hours on Saturday or something like that. That's cool. I'm just saying, don't make it these big, long hours that you have to work to build your business. And here's why it's a benefit. First of all, you get hyper-focused. So instead of sitting down and hitting refresh on the email, you actually sit down, get the thing done that you have to get done, and get out and go have a life. Next, you get really selective about what you're doing and what you're choosing to do. When you get spoiled for choice and it's like, oh, I could start a podcast and a blog, and I could, post on Instagram every day, and I could start live streaming. There's too many entrepreneurs who don't know how to just pick one thing and do it, or don't know how to pick which is the next thing to do. And so they end up doing all these things, diluting all of their effort. Their action is not driven from feel-good intentional action. It's driven from the external, everybody saying you have to do this to build a business. When you are building your business in 30 minutes a day, you get really smart about choice. And you say, okay, what is the thing I really need to do now? Now, I'm going to give you a good outline. First of all, Feel good first. Keep training your brain, keep feeling good, keep pumped up, keep that positive expectation. Next, when you're in that feel good state, if you get an idea in that feel good state, run with it. It's a good idea because it came from that feel good state. Your brain just pulled the best idea out of the mucky muck for you and dropped it into your head. So use that idea. It's a good idea. If you are looking for some direction and say, what order should I do things in? My answer to that would be you can never go wrong with showing up in places where people don't know you and solving people's problems for free. So if that your place that you want to solve people's problems for free is YouTube, doing a live stream, do it. If it's Facebook, use Facebook. If it's LinkedIn, use LinkedIn. If it's speaking, use speaking. If it's doing meetups in your town, do that. If it's meeting with people one-on-one in restaurants over a cup of tea, do that. Solve people's problems for free. Do that quote unquote work, the play is what we like to call it, of getting in front of people who don't know you and being yourself and spreading your message and helping people. I attract helpers. You know, if you're here, there's a really good chance that you are a helper and you are a teacher and you are attracted to this message because you want to be able to help more people in a fun, light, and easy way. So for me, if you're looking for guidance on the very first thing to be doing in a business, that's what I would recommend. In your free time outside of your day job, after you train your brain, then help people solve problems for free. Then ideally, obviously, you'd like to get a lead magnet of something, for a freebie that you can give people so you can develop the relationship with them. And then you can just go on and on into a million other things you can do to build your business. So because we're talking 30 minutes a day, hyper focus on the next joy producing thing that you can think of. Feel good. Let your brain grab good ideas for you. Follow the joy, follow the bliss, right? Joseph Campbell. That's what he meant. Follow the great idea you just got because you were training your brain. Then, and by the way, side note, you can also never go wrong focusing on money-making activities. So what brings in the money? If you are making your money doing speaking engagements, then your 30 minutes a day is a good way to spend it, is to spend it looking for venues to speak, learning about methods on how to improve that, getting referrals, whatever it takes to get those speaking engagements. Okay. Finally, many times when people are addressing this, I work full time. The follow-up question is, when should I go full time in my business? And the answer is, you will know. You will know when it's the next logical step. There will come a point, first of all, never jump when you're not ready. Never feel the fear and do it anyway. I know people are well-meaning when they give that advice, but nothing good comes from feeling fear and doing it anyway. When you feel fear, you get crappy results when you act. So feel the joy and do it anyway. I'm all down with that. Okay. So in this case, when you're trying to decide when's the right time to leave the day job, leave when it feels like the next logical choice. It feels like, okay, I'm at a point where it's like, it's kind of inevitable. It's kind of silly. It's obvious that I should be going full time. I got to come up with a different word for that should word. That I want to be going full time in my business. It's obvious that this is the next logical step for me. I'm 100% ready. I'm 97% ready. I can feel that the scales are tipping. That's the way to go. That's the way that I want to go. It's going to not even be a question for you of when should I go full time, because you're going to feel like, okay, it's kind of obvious. It's time for me to go full time. All right. Okay, so in short, and by the way, if you like the way we think here on this channel, will you please subscribe and share and comment and do all of that good stuff? It really means the world to me to be able to grow this channel quickly. And I can do that with your help. And thank you for all the comments. I love all these positive comments that are coming in from our listeners. Been there, done that. I know you're right, right? That's funny. Brilliant. Always love hearing that. Thank you. Hi, Sylvie. Good to see you too. I love this. So, okay. The last thing I want to say is this. I want to kind of recap and sum up everything that I've said so far, because this is a really important question that a lot of people ask. The question of, I'm working 32 or 40 hours in a day job. How in the world do I find time to build my business? And the short answer is, you don't need to worry about finding time. The important thing is to get your mindset right. If you have positive expectation that your business is building anyway, if you have positive expectation that when you think good thoughts, good things come, if you have positive expectation that your business is growing, if you're saying those mantras and those phrases to yourself that generate the positive emotion, your brain will find a way to match it up. Stuff will just fall into your lap. You will attract those people who are your next best clients because you're expecting to attract them. So that's the pump to prime. Prime your brain with simple little phrases that feel happy and feel good and feel light and feel true. So we can just start out with things like, I really like this idea. I love the idea of priming my brain. I love the idea of thinking positive thoughts. I've got all sorts of spare time to think positive thoughts. I like the idea of juicing up my expectation. I like the idea of feeling more positive expectation. I like the idea of expecting my business to grow and expecting my business to grow quickly. I love feeling more positive. I love feeling that things are already happening for me. I love the idea that there are people out there who are already thinking about my business. I love the idea that things can come into my business and changes can happen and things can fall in my lap and stuff can happen in unexpected ways. And I love that I don't have to figure every little thing out now. I can just feel good first and then take action. It feels so good to be a brain trainer and leverage the power of positive mindset and move my business forward and get feeling better and better all the time. And I'm feeling better already. I'm already starting to feel better. Feels so good to build my business a fun, light, and easy way. That's how we do it. Get your brain training going. Feel good. Get that pump primed. Get all of those good feelings, building that positive expectation. And without a doubt, you've totally got this. All right. See you soon, everybody.